How do you build up your patience level? What are you in a rush for? My patience is divine, brother. So you can't ask me about no regular patience. I think what's meant to be will be, and what's supposed to always will be. I fucked that quote up. It's just no rush, bro. You gotta realize, like, it's no mistakes in life. There's no coincidences. You just can't realize what's going on yet, or what the purpose of your current moment is, and you're not gonna probably hit till later, or it's a test, or it's I botched the shit out that quote, or it's a test. Like, y'all gotta realize, bro. And this don't skip nobody, because it even tested me. And this is a test that anybody can pass or anybody can fail. Once you say you want something more in life, you're going to get exposed the moment you go for that shit. And every action you make is an opportunity to prove you really want what you want. What did you do when you got up this morning? What time did you go to sleep last night? And what's the last thing you did? How did you organize your day to benefit your goals? Have you been exposed? If so, for what? You can't expose me. Let me tell you something. And I said this 2 years ago, and I can always say it. I said this way before I even blew up, and I can say it now. You can't expose a nigga like me. You know why you can't expose me? Because I am who I say I am. There's no exposing a person who's very transparent with who they are. Anybody who's met me in person, anybody who knows me in person, nigga, my mom, my dad watch my channel, my grandparents, my IRL friends. Like, I am literally, this is the same me on camera, bro. Yo, Chad, I gotta tell you something. So y'all know how we on the Mouthpiece art? I just remember, it just clicked in my head, bro. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Let me show y'all some Mouthpiece shit real quick. Let me show y'all something. So y'all know I'm in an apartment building, right? So listen, it's a couple of neighbors I see in the parking garage in my apartment. So, you know, it's two parking spots, basically. Either you park around the building or you park in the private garage, right? But the private garage costs some money a month. But it's not a lot. It's not a crazy amount. But, you know, you park under there to get a confirmed spot or whatever, right? Point is, when I'm going down there to get my car, is this one dude. Yo, chill out, fool. Now listen, so I always be going to the undercar parking spot, and I always run into this one guy down there. He's like an older Italian guy. I'm guessing he's Italian. So he's probably like, let's say 45, between 45 and 55, right? Real cool dude. He be driving this Chrysler 300, and he be seeing my scat, the purple wrap and all that. So we always talk shit with the cars because he got a Chrysler, and he just actually got a scat pack too. I influenced him to get a scat pack. We always be talking and chatting, right? And I always see him, and he be with different chicks sometimes, right? Ladies, man, real cool dude. Does not appreciate the 9 months. Repeat is that's a Pomeranian. I got a Pomeranian. Now listen, so long story short, so I'm telling you about the Mouthpiece because I'm always cordial with him, always nice, always friendly, right? He low-key a player, bro. I didn't see him with different. I ain't even know he me, but I'm just saying I got a memory. I be seeing him with different chicks and all that, right? While I'm walking the dog, right? This literally happened like 2 days ago. I'm walking the dog. Randomly just walking the dog, whatever, right? He come out the park, like drive through. And he pull over. He say, hey Ty, hey Ty, like, you know, let's exchange numbers. Let's exchange contact information. Because all this time we've been, literally months, we've been cool, but we never exchanged numbers or nothing like that, right? So just good, friendly conversations. It's not just high and by shit. Like, we actually be talking on some cool shit. He had a girl in his passenger seat. Now, this is an older woman. Let's say she probably was like also in her 40s as well, right? She was like, let me tell you something, bro. My RNG is crazy. She was like, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. I could tell she was like a Hispanic woman. So I said 2 hours SBO. So she's like, I'm Puerto Rican, blah, blah, blah. So we start chatting. And she was like, you got to follow my daughter on Instagram. Now, I don't know why she said this. I don't know if she said it because he told her I do YouTube or he was telling her about me or something. But guess what? The funny thing is, right? Soon as she brought up like, oh, you gotta check my daughter on Instagram. She's an R&B singer, blah blah blah. He was like, T, you're gonna love her, man. Like she's gorgeous. I'm thinking he asking, right? Brother, when I tell you this is the alley-oop from God, like, bro. Nigga. Listen, it's just, I'm not putting her on stream, bro. That's crazy. But let me tell you something, bro. This is why you gotta be friendly, bro. He just, like, off that, bro. And listen, he was making jokes. He was like, he's like, oh yeah, such a, because her mom was like, oh you're the mom was like, you know, you're really handsome. You know what I'm saying? But she's in the, you know, she does music, she does social media and stuff like that, and she was trying to get into blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh yeah, so I could show her that, like I could blah blah. I didn't know what she looked like yet. I don't know what she looked like yet. My RNG has been 3 for 3 with moms putting me on their daughters. I haven't been let down yet. Knock on wood, fingers crossed, right? Now listen, I don't know what she looked like yet. All I know is my old head. Now he started talking shit. He like, oh yeah, she's gonna love him. Da-da-da-da. He's like, stop. She can do fine all by herself. You know, mom shit. So I play it cool. I'm like, no, you know, I ain't even on that. Trying to be professional. So then I lean. She looking at her phone trying to type in like the Instagram. I look at him. I'm like, he like, nah, T, I got you. I'm like, this is my man, bro. So why I go to the Instagram, bro? She bad as shit. Like, chat, let me tell you something. She ain't like, oh, all right, this the shorty daughter. She a 7.5. Like, brother, she is real tough. Like, and I don't even know nobody that follow her. And she from the city, so I'm like, how the fuck you just so low key, but you got like buzz on the side, low key. Bro, I'm like, what the fuck? Bro, she's tough. Like, this was like the most toughest alley-oop that I ever just randomly got from just being friendly with my neighbors. And this is one of his chicks I guess he messed with, and she had a daughter who's coincidentally my age. No bullshit. When I seen the chat, I was like, yo, everybody had kids 20-something years ago, bro, and that shit ain't let me down since. Keep it a bean, if she was almost 30, I wouldn't have get either, but it's just, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, this is why y'all gotta be, you never know when it's going. I never would have asked them for an alley-oop. That's why you gotta be friendly, though. People just start talking about you when you're not around. You never know who they know. Then they look out for this. Now, mind you, outside of her being bad, imagine I get into the music shit. Like, she actually done did some shit. Like, she actually got some motion with the music. Like, Kalani done fucked with her. Who's the other? Andre Pot, Anderson Pack, or like Anderson Pack, or something. I don't know who the person is. I don't remember that name. So I'm like, she actually got some motion, and she's super. Oh my god, bro! Like, and let me tell you something. This is what I be meaning when I say, bro. I like life. I like. That's why I like life, bro. Let me tell you something. Cause nobody I know follow her. And I don't think I would have bumped into her on some random shit. And I definitely wouldn't have found her Instagram because I don't be on the gram just searching for just and shit. Coincidentally, my neighbor know her mom, and her mom just, like, I'm telling you, life just can't, life give you lemons, bro. When life gives you lemons, man. How long should your FaceTime last? Bro, there's no rules and regulations on that. Honestly, you got some people, right? Like, if I talk to my old heads, man, the bitch not being on, me and her not being on the phone for longer than 15 minutes. I might disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? I could be on the phone with a chick over an hour. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be doing shit while I'm on the phone, and she just gonna have to understand that. I'm heavy on, like, I'll be mid editing some shit and then, you know, just put the phone like right here, like, or playing the guitar, and she just gonna listen to me play. Honestly, slaying ain't been my focus in life since I've really been like 18, 19, bro. And that's because I just got priorities, bro. I've been on my grind, bro. I'm on my purpose, bro. And it gets really bad, especially when I don't leave the crib unless I'm going out for a walk, getting some sunlight. I might go to the park, read a book, just go out there, work out or something. And I get into this real tight routine where I'm like, I don't really... Now, mind you, like, think of the shit with my neighbor. Like, I wouldn't have ran into that situation with the chick mom and all that if I wasn't walking my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really, unless I'm going somewhere and it's in the way of what I'm doing, I really don't give a fuck, bro. And I'm just locked in. And honestly, it's just because it could be a hassle talking to a lot of women. It could be a hassle in your time. It could be a hassle in your attention and your focus. So I know how to really lock in and go without sex. I can go without trying to be on some horny shit and all that. And I just feel as though 0 dark 30, nigga. Oh, my Twitch shut down, so didn't hear what he said. That's tough. You think people should have pets before having kids? Why are you asking me this question? Like, I don't know. They have what you want to have, bro. Ty slowly turns into Batman. No, it just be, I be hard to, like, reach, bro. And I love when I'm in that vibe. And honestly, you know what's crazy? You prefer to have sex while in a relationship, you do not care if it's just a hookup. I'm going to be honest, bro. My lifestyle don't really support, like, a hookup lifestyle. Like, and what I mean by that is, if let's say boom, I was sliding to clubs. I was sliding to like a bunch of parties, or I just had a bunch of leisure time on weekends and nights, and like I was involved in the mix and shit like that. Then that supports that kind of lifestyle, or even having dating apps and all that. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I very well could, but I just be so uninterested. It's like I burnt myself out in high school, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, I be so uninterested in just being a hoe. This sound like one of them niggas that's like, oh, this nigga trying to get a pick me, he trying blah blah blah. I'm trying to tell y'all, chat. And I'm gonna tell you where this come from. This ain't just coming from, oh, women just don't interest me and all that. I truly believe with the kind of shit I'm trying to accomplish, with the kind of shit I'm trying to do and I'm going for, is that when I'm genuinely serious about it, I can only mess with certain types of women. I can't mess with any woman. Respectfully, that's my true answer. And it was at a point in my life where I would just mess with any woman. Not that she was ugly, but I'm just saying, like, not having requirements, not filtering them out, not paying attention to how she would impact my life. So at that point, and obviously, yeah, it's just hookup culture. It's just, I fuck her because it's just some right? But I'm not on that, bro. I'm really not. So it's so much more important to me than, all right, am I going to it's so much more important to me. And my self-control been built in. Because guess what? I've had plenty of different ethnicities of women, plenty of different women in different shapes and sizes and different ages. It's nothing impressive about just being horny and just fast to me. And my lust is completely under control. So I'm not moved by the shit that just moves other men. And I realize that's usually people's main vice. And when I'm rocking to myself, bro, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't care about missing out on shit. I don't care about needing no peer pressure and let's go with this, let's do this, let's do that. When I'm riding to my dolo, bro, I really be in my own world, not giving a fuck. And I love it best like that. And I'm really just, like I said, I'm on one of them vibes right now, bro, because that's just how I want to lock in. And I'm only want to be somewhere if I have a purpose to be there. And that's when listen, skin be the clearest, bank account be the fattest, and listen, life be the happiest. When you have some type of like, it's like a force field around you. Like nobody can come in that force field unless you allow them into it. Like I'm not just gonna meet a chick at a club because I'm not gonna be there. But if I was going to clubs and I was sliding to parties and I was hitting these moves, then obviously yes, then I'm in the mix. I'm gonna be getting shit done like that. But what I'm on, bro, is like I can't even pretend that superficial shit satisfies me no more. I'm being honest, it just doesn't. A part of me, yes, it does. Don't get me wrong, I would love to do what I could do. But I would love my purpose that much more. I would love to do what I could do. Oh, hitting a different chick every night. Thick one this night, skinny pretty one this night, thick pretty one, this one bad, this. And I'm talking about, listen, the shit I pass on. The shit I be like, I'm good. Like I'm here with it. Niggas die for it, bro. Niggas beg for it. And it ain't even from an egotistical place. It's just from a simple fact, like, no. Every part of me just says no. I just don't care. Are you creature vocabulary? Honestly, I need to get my vocabulary better. I feel like I curse too much. It's one thing I want to stop. But definitely reading books, watching people that are intelligent, It's all about what you absorbing as your influences. I want to get out of my home country and move on an island. I'm 19. You think that's a good move? I don't know why I'm burping. Yo, stop clawing on the door, bro. Do what you want with your life, bro. At the end of the day, am I going to care? Is it going to change my life? No. Am I going to be happier or less happy from that? No. So you shouldn't be asking me, is it a good move or not? Just make sure you set yourself up. You prepare for what it takes to get what you want. You plan. Don't overstress the plan, but I wouldn't say move and don't have one. I think that's dumb. You did the push-ups to cursing? Yeah, I remember that. That was like a year ago. Have you read Pimp Playbook? I don't think there's so many different pimp books, bro. It's like you got like you got Pimp by Iceberg Slim. That's the only one I could think of that I've read. I'm about to go into my senior year. Any tips? Lock in, bro. This gonna be the year you see everybody get lazy. This gonna be the year you see everybody that was like this go like plateau. But you gotta realize people around and get like senioritis and all that type of shit. And mind you, the funny part is, when I got senioritis, it was because I already had my college acceptances. I already had my scholarship offers. I already like nigga. Like my shit was selling. All I was preparing was to get a job that summer and work between going from high school to college, and that's all I did that summer. Is get tell you, my checks was like damn near 70, 80 hours per check, bare minimum. And that's how I planned my summer. I would go to the gym after work. Me and my coworkers would go to the gym. Like I really had, but that still continued that upward trajectory. People like get out of high school and forget that something's after that. You know, so everybody start getting lazy, building all these bad habits, think they got it, and you know, all this bullshit. So just lock in, bro. And so also notice this. I'm telling you, and I had this perfect comparison, bro, because I had my first 2 years of high school was so different from my last two. Like I told you, I got into fights, was really worrying about chicks a lot, all types of dumb shit. So my last two was all about, you know, working, grinding. You know, I was playing sports. I had a job. I was locked in with the school shit. I was taking AP course. I was the SAT prep classes. My last two was so different from my first two because people knew me from my first two as a different type of guy. My last two, no bullshit. I told y'all this in that 48 Laws of Power. I was like the 3 most influential laws or something like that. And I was telling y'all, all I heard, especially my senior year, yo, where you be at, man? You know, damn, Ty, you'll never come around no more. You know, you slide here after school, and guess what? I couldn't, cause I had practice to go to. We might have had a game that Friday. We might have, or you know, I was working that weekend. Like, so I'm not. You know how after school, and mind you, I used to do that shit. After school, get out. We just outside at the let out. We might go across the street to the courts. A couple chicks might slide. We'd be over there playing, and I could see such the shift, and having lived both lives, right? Having been, super popular, know everybody, all about the lady. No, mind you, at my last 2 years, I still was messing around with chicks, but I just didn't have that. I just didn't wear that persona on. It just wasn't about being a player to me no more, right? So it's funny because I noticed such a shift from going from super in the mix, involved, popular, connected with this, and always talking about, always showing off this and doing that, to like the that's just out the way. And it was such like, life just seems so different for me, bro. And I don't think y'all can get what I'm saying unless y'all only been one. Like if you only been that guy, or you only been that like socially awkward introvert, you can't compare the two perspectives. I literally got to see both, bro. I literally got to see what it was like just being always doing something. Always something going on, bro. Always going here, messing with this chick, talking to this chick, drama from this, getting in trouble for that, doing this. Just always just a life full of just too much. To being out the way, focused and grinding, and being a damn near a fucking ghost. A fucking ghost. And when you see both sides, bro, that's when you start to really realize. You know what the one shocking truth about it was, chat? That stuck with me to this day, which is why I'm telling y'all now. Like, I'm not worried about having a lot of different chicks. I don't give a fuck. I'm not worried about being seen or being places. Let me tell you something. This is the one saddest truth I got from that shit. That shit never ends. It never goes anywhere. Everybody who's living like that is only partying and having fun until someday they're just like life just come at them. So one of my mentors literally said it in the most simplest way. Work now and play later, or play now and work later. And I'm telling you, that's been one of the truest things ever. The funny part being, I could play now if I want to. I could easily get comfortable. I could easily get complacent. I could easily fall back and just like, oh yeah, like I'm already blah blah blah, and you know. So it really has nothing to do with like some measurement of success. It's just a way of living. It really is. And guess what? Your play become different. See, now my play ain't, oh yeah, let's go on this 3-man, this 2-man with these bitches. My play is, do I want to go get that car or not? What car I want? Or I'm plotting on this crib. My fun a little different. My fun ain't just, oh yeah, man, where the hoes at? My fun a little different. My fun is, you know, Damn, what's in my account now? Woo-hoo! Damn. My fun, damn, look at what we did. Look how hard we worked on that. That's my fun. My fun is when I post these videos on Instagram and I'm playing the instrument, I'm singing, and niggas is like, bro, Ty, stop. That shit is garbage. This is my fun. I'm enjoying my life. I'm doing what I want. I'm living my hobbies. So my definition of fun has changed. Drama ain't fun no more. Managing 10, 20 chicks on my roster ain't fun no more. Living a life full of stress and shit over my head and just all that bullshit is not fun no more. That's not the definition of fun, bro. Like, and I'm telling you, I can really speak on this shit because I done lived both lives. Completely. You consider yourself a competitive person? I'm not competitive at all, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Especially not with other people. I think it comes from being introverted. I just genuinely don't care. I don't care. Like, somebody literally could come around me, right, and then be flexing like, yeah, I got this new chain, bust down. Ooh, my watch crazy. 4 cars in the garage. And I would just literally, like, not care. I really don't care. It's so easy when you in your own world to not give a fuck what other people doing and going on. Social media has gotten us so used to seeing, like, what they do, where they just ate at, what they just post. You know, what they got going on. And just, like, looking for that shit, bro. Think about that shit, though, chat. Like, how much would you know about people's lives if it wasn't so accessible to you on social media? Just think about this. The story I told earlier in the stream about, you know, walking my dog, and then one of my neighbors was with a chick and put me on her daughter, or, you know, introduced some social medias or whatever, right? Just think, nobody would know that except me, her, him, and then the daughter. If I didn't have a Twitch. I didn't even tell my homies. I didn't even tell none of my IRL homies. Like, that shit literally just happened. And the only reason I mentioned it on stream because I'm like, yo, look at how your mouthpiece look out for you. Look at how your mouthpiece come out of nowhere. A connection or a relationship I had benefited me in some random ass way months down the line. I wanted to use that as an example. Then people are like, oh, what she look like? What's this? What's the gram? I finna add. Just being too hype. Like, y'all straight away from the point. But Bro City wish it wasn't no internet. No, the internet is good. Let me be specific and say social media. Let me be specific. You know how I like being. You know how I like being how I am, chat. Because I think a lot of people y'all see on the content shit, they live one way. Like, y'all see niggas running game on multiple chicks, all these around bad, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, you need to be doing that." And I feel like I'm the only that will sit here and say who has done that and can do it like this if he wants to at any given time. I feel like I'm the only nigga who can live like that, has been, always has been, and don't say, yo, you need that to validate yourself as a man. Yo, if you ain't fucking a lot of bitches, you ain't doing that. And I'll be the first to say it. It's times where I cut all women off. I'm not messing with no woman. I'm locked in on my grind, and I don't give a fuck. It don't mean nothing. And I feel like y'all don't see that, or y'all don't hear that side of the perspective of, like, just because you can does not mean you have to. And just because you're not doing it don't make you any different. It don't mean any less. Tips for dealing with 10 out of 10 females, like, not folding. Why would you fold? The thing is that the moment you see regular thinking is, you gotta surpass that regular thinking. And the regular thinking is like, okay, she's bad. She's the prettiest girl I've ever had. Like, I don't want to fuck up. If you already in that type of thinking, the first thing you gotta do is just stop texting her. Stop responding. Stop calling her. Just for your own good. Because you're going to do some dumb shit. And you don't even know it. And the reason you're going to do some dumb shit is because you're putting her above you in your head. And the moment you pedestalized her and put yourself down is the moment you stop acting normal. Instead of literally just being yourself, you're going to start doing all this weird shit now. You're going to start... She could say something that you would never let any other woman get away with. Or she could do something that you would cut a regular girl off. And then you just going to let it slide. Or if I'm trying to come up with a better example. Like, bro, it's a lot of good examples, bro. The moment you realize you starting to pedestalize her, you gotta chill out, bro. You gotta cool out. Like, if you can't stop, just cut her off for your own good. That shit gonna progress and you gonna be just down bad. It's checkmate for her once you do that. Of course. And you know what's funny? Women, guess what? Women can admit this. Y'all know I literally made a video about this, and the women that like follow me and stuff like that have commented on this and was like, yes, one of the women that follow me literally said this. The women can tell when they're your first bad. They can tell when they're the only girl you're talking to. They can tell when they're the only girl that like she's better than every other girl you had. They can tell. You do with that information what you want to. And let any woman tell you, if any woman in here, or ask any woman, they can tell. Niggas said they hacked our system. No. It's just come from the simple fact that you be acting different, and they can tell, bro. And they might do shit on purpose to see if they gonna get away with it. They might do something just to see if, alright, is he gonna check me? Is he gonna address this, or he gonna let it get away? Knowing she wrong, doing it on purpose. This nigga Fusion just said the most loser shit ever. You got to show them you can get bad though. Why do you have to show her you can get bad? If she's a bad bitch, you got. The fuck, even you saying that statement is just a false statement, because she got to know. If I got her, I can get 5 more like her. She already know that because I got her. But I can still act like she's the only girl. Like it ain't even nothing wrong with treating her like you like her. The point I'm making is that, let's say it's early on, and now you starting to act obsessed, like you starting to act desperate, not from a chaser sense, but from like you're holding an egg and you don't want it to fall off and crack. Meanwhile, guess what? This is the opposite of what I'm describing right now. Let me tell you the opposite, and women know this too. They know when a guy is talking to them and treating them in a way where it's like, wow, like he's like damn near brutally honest. Like the way he just says things, I can tell he don't care how I'm gonna react. They can tell that too. That's the opposite of what I'm describing. It's like when you communicate with her or talk to her or handle her in a way, not rude, not saying you're not a gentleman anymore, but you don't act towards her like you're walking on eggshells. Right? But why would she be acting like a certain way knowing that you can replace her with another bad bitch? Good statement. It doesn't matter if she knows you can get another woman. Do you know you can get another woman? Because she's not responding to what she thinks. She's responding to what she thinks you think. Don't let that fly over your head. Point being is, I could have 10 options, right? And I can still convince myself I need this woman. Whole time in reality, I could have 10 more better than her. But I can still act so damn bad for this one. Now, what really matters? Does it matter that I can really replace her in reality? Or does it matter that I act like I can't? So when you say, why would she, because listen, this ain't even just a woman thing. People in general know what they can get away with. Period. It don't even have to do with her, knowing that she ain't the only bad chick that you can mess with. My point was that women know when you're walking on eggshells. Women know when you're scared to lose them. Women know when you walk like you're treating it like you're gonna lose her and you're scared. They know that. On the opposite end, they know it might. I don't know where. Again, the origin of intimidation could be coming from anywhere. Depends on the person. But it's the point that she knows that. Even if she knows you could get another woman. But do you know that? That's the real problem. Why do some girls manipulate guys knowing that they're good and decent? She has personal issues. It has nothing to do with the guy. The only problem I would say is with the guy is, why are you that gullible to where you're susceptible to manipulation? I would say the same thing to a woman. There are guys who manipulate girls knowing that they're good, knowing that they're decent, etc. But it's that to that woman. Why are you susceptible? Why are you a easy victim? Because yes, there's all these type of people out here. My advice is not biased at all. For y'all to get some context, before I even ever made a YouTube video, nigga, I was giving advice to women. I was giving advice to men. Both. My advice is just across the board to people who have a high level of self-esteem and a high level of self-love. It don't have nothing to do with what's between your legs. At the end of the day, women act differently and men act differently. So that's where the advice may differ. But there's standards and principles in it all. And I would never advise either side to do anything that we're talking about, especially if they fuck with me or they respect me in any way. Because I don't let shit go. I don't let shit slide like that. How'd you manage your roster in the grind when you were in high school? Bro, I'm trying to tell. Nigga, there was no grind. That was the grind. But when it got to a point where I was starting to grind more and I still was messing with a lot of chicks, they had to understand they only could mess with me on my time. They had to understand that they can only mess with me on my time. I can't text you every day for hours at a time. I might not be able to call you every night because I'm probably up doing something that I need to focus on. I can't see you 3 times a week. We might link once a week, every other week. Let me show y'all a message I literally got. Let me just show y'all what I did with it. Let me just show y'all something. Let's say I'm messing with it. Y'all talking about how do you manage the grind and manage the roster. Let me show y'all something. I don't. It just, they know like my life. I'm busy. I'm just in my grind. So guess what happens when I can't link them 4 or 5 times a week? I don't have an excess of free time, an excess of just giving out energy and attention. Ken Jesus, I appreciate the good stuff. Guess what happens, chat? Guess what happens? Let me see if y'all can guess what happens. Guess what happens? Can we get advanced? Let's see what kind of conversation. Cut off? No. Guess what happens? They value more. Y'all giving weak answers. Let me show y'all what happens. And I had to take the screenshot and crop it real quick. Now look. They will come to my Twitch. They will come to my YouTube. Could be something here right now. Guess what? It shows a level of respect though. I like that. I like that. Show up. Get a jersey. Get a katana. I love it. I love it. I love it when a chick heavy dojo to the moon. Cause she know it's one of the only way. It's an easier way to get closer to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's what you have to do with a man like me. I'm working. I'm grinding. Don't believe me? Guess what? Pull up the stream. Go look at the channel. I done did 4 or 5 videos this week. You know, it should tap into the Patreon if you want to. Chad, this is a part of paying the fee. Remember, pay the fee to lay with me? What's the fee? Guess what? She got to know what's going on. She got to know what kind of dudes she messing with. Baby, I ain't no club. I ain't out here chasing these. I ain't out here sliding these DMs. Baby, please come. No. This is why I ain't texting you back. This is why I can't see you 4 or 5 times a week. This is why, you know, come on, bro. Is it bad to have an excess of free time? Bro, I'm going to be honest. What kind of life you want? If I'm going to be honest, I could have so much free time. I could. Hey, you see how much? Nigga, I could easily not wake up when I want to, go to sleep early or late, and wake up late and just, oh, what's on TV today? You want to know what's funny? And this goes back to the original answer to the question. How'd you manage your roster when you know you was focused on that and slaying back, whatever the guy said when you was back in high school, right, whatever. That was my grind, bro. Unfortunately, this shit is sad, bro. Like, when she got a free crib, when I'm gonna have a free crib. Bro, I used to have schedules on half a days. like, let's say the half a day we got out at 12 and we normally get out at 3. And I know my pop might not get home till like 5. Love you, Pop. But I know my pop might not get home till like 5 or 7 or something like that. Niggas, those days will get squeezed, bro. And that's like the best thing I could even think of doing with my time at the time. It's crazy, bro. I try not to talk about shit like this because it's just like, I don't try to put it on a pedestal and then y'all be like, oh, bro, like, come on, bro. Just tell us Slayer stories. Let's just not go there. But at the end of the day, that's sad. I look back on that version of myself. I'm like, bro, that's terrible. Cause what do I have to show for any of that? I mean, now I'm a dating coach, so now it has helped me, of course. But I guess, yeah, I can't even knock it. I'm gonna be honest, I can't even knock it. Cause that was like all my infield research. That was like my infield research, and I did it my way. So out the gate, I hated niggas' games, bro. I hated niggas' games. It was just cringe to me, like, to bombard a woman with just, like, fake affection. which is what women don't know. Even if you super pretty, let me move the sub thing. Why y'all ain't tell me it's like an awkward spot? Even if she's super pretty, most guys, all they know how to do is just be on her and talk about boring shit and just bombard her with compliments and then go on dinner dates and then now all of a sudden they're in a relationship. Listen, I didn't have a lot of money and I at most was taking her to the movies. So I had to find ways to be creative. I had to find ways to make a connection and not do the things that other people were doing. And that's where I got my substance from. That's where, well, my substance was already from just kind of man I was, period. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not talking about the bot shit y'all talk about. We're having a completely unique connection. And that's why I've gotten so used to where it's like, let's say you mess with a chick, she nice, she got a roster and all that. First thing I know, that's a green flag. That's a green flag. I come mess with a chick, and let's say randomly, so she don't know me, she couldn't have been loyal to me or cut every guy off for me yet. So I just randomly meet her somewhere, get her number or whatever, and I'm already knowing she got a roster. That's the greenest flag I could see. You know why? Because that lets me know, shit, if she liked any of you niggas enough, I would never have a chance. Never is crazy. I'm not gonna say never because I'm me. But if she liked any of you enough, she wouldn't even give me the time of the day. I wouldn't even have been able to talk my way into this. So that already tells me she don't like none of y'all like that. She might got a favorite guy on the roster at the time, but I know I come in and move. Put me at the bottom and I bet you'll be at the top. Give me 1 week. If even that. If even that. And I'm allowed to be this cocky because the proof is in the pudding. Now listen. He ain't laying it down. If he even cracked. If he even cracked. You assume he clapped. You know what I'm saying? What's ways to slide at DMs without looking like every other thirsty nigga in the platform? You gotta comment on something that's like relevant between like an interests of y'all's or something like that. Like it's like especially if she's super pretty, super bad. Let me tell you something. Ask any super pretty woman on Instagram. They got dudes who have been sliding in their DM, if not daily, weekly, or bi-weekly for the last couple of years. Ask them. They can find you if she bad. They could probably show you 10 of those dudes who have faithfully been sliding in her DM either daily, weekly, or bi-weekly for the last couple of years. They will show y'all. I mean, don't just ask a chick to show y'all that. But like, let's say I was messing with a chick or I'm in a chick close friends and then she might post that. I'm like,